Hello, everybody, and welcome. Our good form has continued, and we're doing okay. But today we need to play the team at the top of the table, which means we could come to a shredding halt as we continue to try to be a legend. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode number 5 of To Be a Legend FM 26 style, and a big thank you for all your support so far as we start the series managing Radcliffe, known as the Borough, for FM 26. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have 2 games for you in the National League North. It's match day 15 and match day 16, a little bit changed to when we mentioned it last time out, because things have moved around a little bit. We'll look at that in just a moment, but we're away to Scarborough Athletic, top of the table in our first game. It's going to be a really tough match. It's the third of 3 matches we've had away from home, and then we face Chorley back at Stainton Park in match day 16. And as I say, we have some incoming transfer news, though. First, before we start anything else, we have finally got our backup left-sided player, our left wing back. It's Jack Robinson, who was on trial with us in early season, at the start of the season. We couldn't get him in, didn't want to play ball. We let him go, and he's not found anywhere to go. And then he appeared on our scouting reports again. We had him back in on trial, and it was quite clear that we would need to try and bring him in. So we have done so, and he is our left wing back as backup to McFadden, who has been playing splendidly. I think it's because he's known that Jack Robinson is coming in, so he has behaved himself somewhat in the ensuing course of action. No updates on the game, and do you know what? We've had this not greyed out so we could do it, and then we've got to today's game and it's disappeared again. Not sure what's going on. Whilst you haven't been with us, we have played last time out. Of course, it was a 3-3 draw against Alverton, a 1-0 loss against Gateshead in the FA Cup 4th qualifying round. We've played 4 games in the league since then, not kept a clean sheet, you will note, and we haven't kept a clean sheet for some time. In fact, I can't remember when we last... In fact, have we kept a clean sheet this season? Not in the league, we haven't. No, we've conceded every single game, at least 1 goal. But anyway, the results, we're still scoring more than what we're letting in, so that's the main thing. Bedford was our first game off camera. Marshall Francis getting his first goal for us. Don't think he got a goal on camera. I'll check in a moment. On 30 minutes. Whittingham on 50 minutes. They had what turned out to be a consolation on 67. But to be fair, all these consolation goals are a bit squeaky bum time. 16 shots, 9 on target, 52% of the possession. So we're still churning out good form in that sense. So a 2-1 win against Bedford, a 2-1 win against Darlington. Harper, the scorer on 8 and 28 minutes. John Taylor, the supplier for both those goals. And it was Maine who got a consolation goal for Darlington on 29 minutes. All in the first half. 15 shots, 8 on target, 53% of the possession. Darlington had 13 shots, 3 on target, and 47% of the possession. So a good win there. So 2-2-1s. And then we were away in a run of 3 games away from home. Kings Lynn we faced, and Kings Lynn set up with a very defensive setup. They got their noses in front on 20 minutes through Doherty, and it wasn't until a minute into injury time we managed to get the equaliser through Regan Raleigh on 91 minutes. So yeah, that was the goal there, and the final game gave us a 1-1 draw, of course. Final game of October left us with a 3-2 win against Kidderminster. And once again, we did capitulate. Luckily, we were 3 goals, well, not 3 goals up, but we did have it. Well, yeah, we were 3 goals up before they scored. So it was ball open the scoring from the penalty spot after 2 minutes. Taylor and Harper working together again on 15 minutes, and Harper scoring a second. That's 4 goals in not so many games. Scored 2, didn't he, there? And he scored 2 there. So he's had 4 goals in 3 games, has Frank Harper. It is Frank Harper, isn't it? Yeah, Frank Fraser. Sorry, Frank. What am I talking about? So that was we were 2 up at half time, 3 up just after half time, but they did come back. Nelson on 74, Dean Mooney, a late goal on 95 minutes. It wasn't enough. We had 24 shots, 8 on target, 64% of the possession. I think you can safely say we did control that game. So that was rather splendid. Right, let's have a look at the table. We'll have to go this route. We are up to a massive 3rd place now. 26 points, 2 points behind Spennymoor and 6 points behind Scarborough Athletic. The team that we play first up today, they've only lost 2 games. We've only lost 2 games. It's just the only difference between the two of us, really, is the fact that we've drawn 3 more games than what they've drawn. And they score more than what we do. It's going to be a tough match, but if we can beat them, we can close that gap literally down to 3 points, which would be rather splendid. So the top of the table, Scarborough, Spennymoor, Radcliffe, Buxton just below us on 26. I think just literally on goals scored at the moment. Leamington Spa on 24 and 5. Peterborough Sports also on 24 in 6. And Alfreton Town making up the playoff places on 23. But there's another 2 teams, Southport and Hereford, also on 23. It's all very tight at the top there. Win games, you're okay. Lose games, you could tumble down very, very quickly. At the other end of the table, Chorley, our second opponents of today's episode, in 21st. Darlington are 22nd, both on 14 points. Worksop are 23rd on 13. And Marine still on the bottom on 8 points, 5 points adrift of Worksop, and some 8 points adrift of Telford, who are in 20th place. Right, that's brought you bang up to date. Let's get on with looking at the side that will face the league leaders for the big match, or probably the biggest match of the first half of our season, against Scarborough Athletic. And here is the side that will face Scarborough Athletic in this National League North match day 15. It's Tyler in goal. He's been in for a couple of games now in place of Hewlett. So he's in goal today. McFadden does make a start on the left. Park, Thornley and Riley are the rest of our defensive line. Whittingham and Glendon are in midfield. Ball is on the left. He's been playing up front for a couple of games, but he's just basically, my assistant manager said play him on the left today. Green comes in on the right. Taylor has been playing out there. Harper is between those two. Francis leads the attack today, and the bench looks like this. It's Hewlett, Partington, Robinson, Roscoe, Greenfield, Huntley and Taylor. And here we are at Scarborough Athletic today. They are playing a 4-2-3-1. Top of the table, we are in third, also playing a 4-2-3-1. And there's confirmation of our positions in the table. And Scarborough Athletic get us underway in this. And 12 minutes on the clock. Our first highlight, Glendon with a corner. It's swung in, it's headed away. Green is there and a chipped shot. It's just, in fact, the goalkeeper, I think, saved it. And highlight trip there, but nothing given. Green, Riley, Glendon, 22 minutes on the clock. Riley inside, but the ball given away, and that's our downfall over and over again. And a counter attack on the cards now. Got to prevent it. It's gone into the side netting. Well, devoid of highlights in this first half as we approach half time. 1 minute of injury time at the end of this first half. It's all over. It's 0-0 at half time, and we've, I say survived, we've done quite well. We've had 10 shots, 4 of which have been on target, 0.27 on the XG, 45% of the possession. We've kept them to just 6 shots, 1 on target, 0.28 and 55% of the possession. They can have the possession all the way through. I'm quite happy for them to have possession. All we don't want them to do is score, of course. They'll get a telling off at half time, and that is for sure. So all in all, we've done very, very well in the first half. And it's France is getting the second half underway. And with 60 minutes coming up on the clock, let's have a look and see about some changes. We're hanging on in there quite well. We don't want to disrupt too much if we can help it. One thing I did look at half time and just think about maybe making a change, and that was I'm going to move Green over this side in place of Ball, and then I'm going to take Ball off and bring on Taylor, who's played quite well on this side of the park. Now, he's good as a winger. Out of possession, he is also good as a winger as well. So we'll just swap him to a orthodox winger on that side. Green on this side of the pitch. What's he best as? He's best, hang on, wrong side. He's best as a winger and a wow. Right, so we'll change him to a winger. In possession, out of possession, a wide outlet winger. And they are the changes we are going to make for now. Just that one change. And just as I say, I don't want to disrupt our good form. One of the things that did happen, if I've not already mentioned it, I may have mentioned it in my other save. And that is that you can now make team talks on every team change. So where it was only doing it the once, they fixed it. Broken other stuff, but they fixed it. And with 75 minutes on the clock, no highlights, I don't think, in this second half so far. Not that I'm complaining. All while there's no highlights, they're not likely to score against us. That's what I'm going with. Right, we're looking for tired legs. We have had 7-day break between games, so that has given us some momentum, I think. I'm not really thinking there's anybody there that needs changing. I think I will give Robinson a bit of a run out towards the end of the game. Might give him, do we give him a few minutes now? I don't want to upset. McFadden has got a yellow card, so it's probably as well. Let's give Robinson his debut on that left side. Again, we're not going to make many changes because, as I said, I do not want to disrupt the way we're playing. It's a question whether I bring Greenfield on for Whittingham. I don't think we will. We'll leave it at that for the moment. Let's go out. Trusting you to go out and see. We've lost the ability to say go out and get the winning goal. Trust you to go out and make an impact. Let's see what he can do. And with 86, still no highlights. 86 minutes on the clock. And we're just looking for tired legs now. Don't think Regan Riley's picked up a yellow card. Do we change him for Partington? Perhaps. And do we take Harper off? Harper off. Whittingham cannot play in that. Do we take him off and bring on Greenfield? Harper for Greenfield. Or do we leave Harper in there? No, I'm thinking Whittingham. Let's move Whittingham out there. Green's not had a good day, and we'll take Green off and bring on Greenfield in that midfield. Just one more time. Oh, we can get a winning goal now. Let's go out and see if we can get a winning goal. Now's the time to do it, if we can, but not concede. We don't want to concede. A late goal would be really, really annoying. 6 minutes of added time. We are knocking on in the 6th minute now, and it looks like we are going to get a 0-0 draw. Fair result, possibly, but we held them. They didn't have any chances in that second half. 9 shots, 1 on target. I think they had 6 and 1 at half time. 0.38. We had 17 shots, 6 on target, 0.45 and 47% of the possession. Well, we've been to the big boys and got a draw, boys and girls. While in news, Francis has picked up a knock. He's only out for a day, though. It's nothing major. And these are the day's results. The others are Fylde beating South Shields by a goal to nil. Chorley drawing 1-1 with Alfreton. Darlington losing 3-0 to Worksop. Kidderminster 3-2 loss to Bedford. Kings Lynn 3, Leamington 3, Oxford City 0, Hereford 2, and a 0-0 draw. Scarborough versus Radcliffe. If they're Wednesday games, there are Wednesday games as well, but they are due to come up shortly. But let's have a look at the table after today's games. Peterborough Sports could catch us, actually. If they were to win, they could gain 3 points, which will take them up the table somewhat there. But we are still in 3rd place, 1 point behind Spennymoor in 2nd, so closing the gap on them. And still those 6 points between us and Scarborough Athletic with that draw. They seem to be on draw, win at the moment as it goes. But yeah, we're still up in amongst it, up the top there. But as I said, you can very quickly drop down the table. There's a lot of teams. I mean, there's 4 points separating 3rd and 12th. So it just shows you how close it is. And at the bottom there, Chorley in 22nd place. I think they've dropped 1 place. So we will face them in our next game. 4 days down to that game. We'll be back for the game against Chorley. Well, with a round of games played while we've been waiting for this game, we have dropped down into 4th place. Buxton have leapfrogged us into 29th place. They have played 16 games, though. And I think Peterborough Sports, who we were a bit worried about, haven't got anywhere near us. So they obviously didn't win their game in hand. In fact, can we find out what the results are? These are Saturday's games. Wednesday games. Peterborough Sports lost. Buxton won, which is why they've gone over us. But we do seem to have a game in hand, which quite conceivably won't be used up today. So we still have a game in hand after today's round of games. But we need to win. That's all we've got to do in order to stay in position. And of course, Chorley being near the bottom and the manager on the precipice of being sacked doesn't make the task any easier. And so the game against Chorley, National League Match Day 16. We are back at Stainton Park. After having 3 games on the trot away from home, which hasn't done us bad. We've not lost in any of those games. Let's not lose at home today. Our home form perhaps isn't as quite as good as our away form for some reason. Tyler continues in goal. Robinson makes his full start debut on the left side of the defensive line. Park and Thornley and Raleigh make up the rest of the defensive line. Greenfield and Glendon are in midfield. Whittingham takes up his position on the left side of the attacking midfield. Taylor on the right, Harper between them, and Francis continues to lead the attack up front. The bench looking like this today. It's Hewlett, Partington, McFadden, Roscoe, Ball, Huntley and Green. And here we are back at Stainton Park, 4th in the division at the moment, playing our usual formation, 4-2-3-1. They are playing a 4-4-2 today. They are down in 22nd place. We are 4th. And we get the game underway. France is kicking off. Great. And we get a highlight 6 minutes in. I was going to say, hopefully more highlights in this game than the last one. Greenfield out to Riley. Riley finds Taylor. Taylor, who's picked up a yellow card already. Glandon, Harper. Glandon, Greenfield, Glandon, through to Whittingham. It's come back off the crossbar. Francis was just about to pull the trigger and the defender kicked it into touch. We are going to see the throw-in. Riley with the throw-in to Taylor. Back to Riley. Riley to Taylor. Taylor! And it's Matthew Whittingham putting it away. It was Taylor that fired it in. And on 8 minutes, we do take a lead. Riley playing that into space. Taylor firing it across. Goalkeeper not getting there. And it was unfortunate because the defender got it caught up in his feet. And Whittingham just put it in the back of the net. Glendon goes out wide to Robinson. First time we've seen Robinson properly. He's round his man, pulls it back. Glendon takes a shot. It's headed away. And Glendon trying to pick up the loose ball, but couldn't get there. And Chorley coming away with it. But Riley steps in. Taylor to Harper. Harper through to Whittingham. It's disallowed though. Somebody was offside. I'm not sure who. Normally we would see these highlights. We're not going to see it, as the case may be. Harper, Francis, Robinson. Robinson crosses one in. Nobody there, though. Francis, Greenfield, Park, moving the ball around nicely, in control. Taylor round his man. Taylor into the area, pulls it back. And Fraser Harper and Taylor, it's a dynamic duo, that one. And puts it on a plate for Fraser Harper. And, well, they've scored many goals. In fact, I think most of Fraser Harper's has come from assists from Taylor. They've got something going on there. And it's 2-0 on 16 minutes. And we're fast approaching half time, and highlight comes up, and it's cleared. Defence getting rid. That one out to Taylor, but Taylor not getting it. And Hewitt crosses this one in, and I'm not sure how that stayed out. It's rumbled around on the, and that could be a penalty. Robinson bringing down his man. Could even be a red card rather. Oh, he's got away with the yellow one. But it is a penalty. And Chorley could get one back here. Craig Hewitt getting one back for Chorley on half time. 3 minutes added on at the end of this first half. Robinson getting away with one. And half-time arrives, and we are 2-1 up. We've had control of this game, but we've let them suck them in, or they've sucked us in just recently and got a little bit more. 9 shots, 4 on target. We've had 17 and 7, 1.61 against 1.36, 65% of the possession. We need to just put a couple more away in the second half. And so they get us underway for this second half. They have made a couple of changes. 57 minutes near enough on the clock, and highlight to Chorley. This one into space, but Thornley is there. Riley's gone down a bit of a woods there and got pickpocketed. Robinson heads it away, but only as far as Walker. I think he's one of the players that's come on. Oh, and they've equalised. Max Thompson getting the equaliser, and it's 2-2. Walker crossing this ball in. Tyler getting a hand to it, keeping it away, but he only pushed it out onto Max Thompson's head. And, well, he'd have been better off dumping it over the top, to be fair. Right, with 65 minutes on the clock, we're going to make a couple of changes, I think. We are going to change formation very slightly as well. I'm thinking, let's have a quick look, see what we've got. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to drop. We need to be in possession for this. I'm going to drop these two back as defensive midfielders. Out of possession, Greenfield is going to drop into there. Glendon is going to drop into there. Harper will drop back into that midfield role. And then what we're going to do is, with that in position, we are going to go very attacking. And just hope this doesn't bite us in the bottom. Changes wise, don't think we're going to change anybody specifically at this point in time. We just need to go out and get our noses back in front again. Giving them too many chances. Riley with a throw in to Taylor. And that cleared and cleared upfield, and they're on a counter now. We are in trouble. Thompson, but he's fired it wide, thankfully. Right, with nearly 80 minutes, it is time to make some changes here, because we're not making a way through. Francis, he's not had a bad game out there, but we're looking for somebody to make a way through there. Taylor's been good out on there. Whittingham hasn't been bad on the left side. But do we need fresh legs? Let's change it up. Let's put Green out there. Do we take New Boy off and bring on McFadden? I think we're going to. And fourth and final change for now is, do we take Riley off for Partington? I think that's our changes for now. Go out there and score a winning goal. That's the call. As we head to 90 minutes, 4 minutes of added time, we're going to get a highlight. And they have the highlight. It's a goal kick for them in the first minute of 4 added on. Wilson with his foot on the ball. That will suit Chorley. A draw. That's cut out by Glendon. Harper. Ball to Taylor. Taylor puts it in. And Davern Green, who's come on as a substitute, has scored. We're going back to positive. Might even go balanced in a minute. Chipped over the top. Taylor again, the supplier, puts it into the 6-yard box. Defenders trying not to put it in their own net. And Davern Green scores for the first time for a while. And it's all over. We have snuck a win from Chorley at the death. First minute of added time at the end of the game. 26 shots, 9 on target, 2.91. We were good for the 3 goals. 59% of the possession. They did come back at us, and they give us a bit of a worry for a little while there. Hewitt and Thompson on 45 and 58 gave them a bit of momentum, but we've come out on top, thankfully. So the day's results, Fylde beating Alfreton, Bedford losing to Merthyr, Buxton beating Chester, so they're going to stay in front of us. Scarborough Athletic beating Curzon Ashton by 4-0. Hereford beating Southport. Kidderminster beating Darlington. Leamington beating Marine. Macclesfield and Telford a 0-0 draw. Worksop beating Oxford City. 3-2 win for us against Chorley. Still no clean sheets. South Shields beating Kings Lynn, and Peterborough Sports beating Spennymoor. It means the table looks like this at the end of this episode. We move back up into third place. Thank you very much. I think it's by virtue of Spennymoor slipping up. We are 2 points behind Buxton in second place. 6 points still behind Scarborough, who look as if they're going to romp home and win the title. Best we can expect really is a playoff place as it is at the moment. But we've still got a fair old chunk of the season to go. So there's still time for Scarborough Athletic to slip up. At the other end of the table, Telford are in 21st on 17. Chorley 22nd on 15. Darlington are 23rd on 14. Marine are 5 points adrift of Darlington on 9 points. All has to be played for. Right, fixture schedule. We have a very busy rest of November. We've got 5 games. We are coming back. There's a huge gap here, isn't it? 29th of November to the 20th of December. It's almost like a winter break. I suspect there may well be coming up in here somewhere trophy matches or something or other going on. But as it stands at the minute, we're coming back for Leamington and Curzon Ashton. I don't think it's going to stay quite like that, but that's what we're coming for. Who knows what it's going to be or who we will be playing, but we continue our decent run. 6 games since we lost to Gateshead in the FA Cup. So unbeaten, that's quite a feat. So our good form continues, and I hope you will join me for the next episode. But if you've enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to do the business. Leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend as they are released. New episodes To Be a Legend released every Tuesday and Friday, 4:15 p.m. And don't forget our other series which is going on featuring Crystal Palace, which is Where Eagles Dare. That's out on Mondays and Thursdays. And the best way of keeping up to date with what's going on the channel is follow me on X at Just Offside 2. Thank you for watching. We hope we'll see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 6. It's out on Tuesday. Till then, have yourselves a great weekend. Bye-bye.